side.
Act like you know every single Monday, man. Almost 15 years strong. We've been doing this. Live, it's artists coming through, dopest DJs, live performances and videos.
And
all
dopest audience and friends in the building.
Yeah,
always.
that too. What up, homies? Hey, go ahead and run it down the line. Introduce your guys' selves,
Yo,
man.
what's up? Thank you for having us, bro.
Yeah,
It's
hell
your boy
yeah.
Jaguilera. I'm passing the mic to my homie, Cooper Drew.
What up, y'all? It's Dope and Drew. I'm from Virginia. We out here in Cali. We doing this shit, y'all. Right?
What's up? It's Crispy Nigma, K-R-I Spy, N-I-G-M.
Hey,
Yo, straight out of California. Ready to rock with y'all.
hey, you know, I wanted to ask, you know, because you guys obviously bring your own different talents to the table. But let's talk about those talents, but also how you guys ended up connecting to work together.
Yeah, so my main talent is producing and engineering, and you know, also being a lyricist and an artist, you know. But that's my main forte. You know, I like blending genres and all that stuff. So I'm always doing different type of stuff to my music that I try to separate myself from other people and stuff. So
That's right.
yeah, as far as this project though, is a lot of different types of music, a lot of different types of styles. So yeah, I'm just excited to finally drop the EP.
Was that kind of the I'll let you answer, but was that kind of the focus on it, like bringing all the different stuff you guys bring and putting it all into one pot?
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Yeah, we already knew we had like different styles, but we all dope, bro. So we come together, we gonna hit them like 3 different ways, and that's just the way we do our shit.
That's good, man. That's what's up, man. And what about you, bro? How do you feel this chemistry and this happened like between you guys, man? As far as the music, how'd you guys come together?
Oh, shit, man. I known Doper for a long time, man.
Yeah.
This is a good friend of mine. And recently, I've been blessed with a great producer. That's this guy right here. So
That's right.
Tracks you're hearing, the beats were engineered by this guy. You know, we picked some of the sounds. We might have been like, yo, I need like a coyote to howl over here or some shit.
This nigga like, I got you.
And then this guy makes it sound good. So you know.
That's cool. But that's how the groups come together and form, and that chemistry is that part. When you get to work, everybody starts putting their ideas in, and then you figure out a way to make it work. I'm glad you guys did that.
And you said something really interesting that you, as a producer, like to kind of mesh different genres together. So what is it particularly that you do to make sure that when you're blending stuff or that you're incorporating different styles to make it not be muddled and sound like a unified sound?
Right. I just try to separate from what people are already doing. So I see the blueprint and I try to break it as much as I can to try to separate myself. I think that's the biggest key as an artist is how can you stand out and not do what everybody else does. So that's the whole point of doing the genre bending stuff, you know, is to be able to separate myself and also express myself. You know, I'm an artist at the end of the day and I got shit to say.
And that's risky. Like anytime you do something that isn't considered part of the norm, in the quotes and the air quotes, it becomes risky for the brand. It becomes risky for the group to be able to, you know, spit on those tracks.
Right.
How important is it for you guys as a group? And I'll let you answer it, and then we'll let somebody else. How important is it to take risks as you guys are working on music together?
Well, I think that's why we do it. You know, if there's no risk involved, why even do it? You know,
There's no reward.
exactly. You know, we want to do it for the process. You know, because we love doing it. But at the end of the day, we want to be different, and you can only do that by taking risks and stepping out of your comfort zone, you know. And that's what we try to do every time we're in the studio together. Every time I try to make a beat, every time I'm on the track, on the mic, that's all I'm thinking about is how can I be the most risky right now, you know?
Dope. Like, how do you take risks when working collectively to put out, you know, something amazing?
I don't feel like we ever wanted to sound like anybody else. We all knew we had our own shit, bro. We was like, we're gonna drop our personalities, we're gonna drop us to them, and they either gonna fuck with us or not.
Yeah. That's right, man. Keep it authentic.
No, that's all we do. That's all we do. I mean, me and this guy working on an album that I got coming out, and on a lot of the beats, like the whole thing is the synergy and the juxtaposition between like two very different styles. We're using different sounds, we're saying different things. That's the whole point. We're trying to make it interesting for you.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, and where did that come from? You mentioned like genre bending and stuff like that. Where did that come from for you? Like as far as what you took in growing up?
So I was born in Spain, and I moved to
Talk to him.
I moved to the U.S. when I was 11. But growing up, I have Cuban parents. So growing up, I listened to all types of music: jazz, Afro-Cuban music, Afro-Caribbean music. So I'm always trying to incorporate those elements into hip hop, those elements into house and any other genres that I'm doing. You know, like for this beat specifically, the thing that I like doing, going back to what you said about taking risks, is I went to Goodwill and I found a bunch of records, right?
Stop
That's how you did.
Listen, don't mark the Goodwill. You'll find some good shit at the
hell
Goodwill.
yeah. I'm trying to give y'all the game right now.
Yeah.
So I got like a $30 vinyl player, like a record player, and I was like, man, I need to make sure it works. So I went to Goodwill and I got a bunch of records, and the beat that you're about to hear is the first sample that I heard. And I was like, man, I gotta put this on a track somehow. So that's why I put it on the track, and that's why it sounds a little like gritty and stuff, because it's a cheap ass like record player. So, but I like doing it that way. You know, I like taking it back to the roots. You know,
I love
and
the
paying
cracks
homage,
and pops.
Yeah.
I love
Oh
all the
yeah,
crackles
no,
and
but that's real shit. What they're saying right now. I mean, people watching right now probably know, but for those that don't, that's some of elements that go into some of the hardest tracks you heard. Is just little things that they sample and maybe keep the gritty and the sound of the record popping and all that stuff like that. Is it all plays into the art of hip hop, bro? So I'm glad you said that.
And I love when we have like groups as guests, because being in a group is complicated. There's three of you that have to work together to solidify the sound, right? So do you guys have inherently like the role that you play for the group? Like, if you were to look at Wu-Tang, we know Riz is
This
the
is the
Abbott.
schedule.
This is like who does what in the roles? Like, tell me what your guys' roles are in the group.
I mean, this guy right here is pretty good on hooks, man. He come up with some bangers. I come up with some hooks too, but like most of the time we're like kind of like side eyeing this motherfucker. Like, yo, what's up?
Like, you don't want to be the hater, but you're being the hater.
But I mean, I'm trying to out rap these motherfuckers every time I'm on the tracks.
I fucking love that.
My whole goal is to either do that or to them do that to me, which is the goal.
Right.
We're always pushing each other, always trying to be better.
And that's how groups work, bro. It's that friendly steel sharpens steel. You guys got to keep each other on your toes, man.
Yeah. This nigga, I hear this nigga on the last song. I'm like, all right, bro, on this next one, bro, I'm about to murder this nigga.
You got me on that one. I'm next. Yeah.
Like on certain songs, we be talking and we be like, damn, Crispy, why you gotta do it like that, man? Now we gotta like rethink it, like. It's always like that, man, and it's the beautiful part that we love doing,
I love that. Yeah. I think that's what makes like a lot of like groups really fun and dynamic, is when you guys have that type of relationship where you're like, no, fuck you, I'm about to murder you on this track. We cool, but you have to be dead on this track.
Because if not, why do it? I feel like that's the point. But at the same time, it has to make sense. It can't just be that.
No, for sure.
It has to be coming together for the whole project, so
we do that shit and then smoke some weed after.
Right.
Like, no hard feelings, let's smoke it.
No.
Let's calm down.
I love that shit, bro.
Let's calm down and have a peace pipe session. Hey, mention the merch too, though. You're on the merch, right? Talk to him about that.
Merch too. Doper Apparel, that's my shit. Yeah, bro. They had me do the Jersey for our shit, bro. I was like, bro, I already got a sick ass idea for this shit, bro. You know, our shit's called Pot of Greed, bro. So I had to put it, you know. So yeah.
So, but that's always been important to you, though. Besides the writing and the lyrics and all that, and the apparel and the styling, like that's something that's been
bro,
important
that's
to you,
like,
right?
That's all me right there. That's
So that's your role. You're the the fashion icon of the group.
Something like that, bro. More gritty, but
No,
you can
I
call
mean
it
I
something
didn't mean
like
that in a very
Nah, I feel you. But yeah, we got merch coming out for this project and everything, and it's sick, bro. We got compliments on the way over here for this shit, bro. So I'm like, bro, every time we wear this shit out, bro, everybody's shouting us out, so it lets me know I'm doing my part right. I'm like, you know, I love to hear it.
That's right.
Anybody who sees the jerseys and know what the jerseys are, then you already know what they are. So, you know,
Yeah, man. And all the other dynamic that I always feel is interesting in groups, though. You guys are all like different origins and backgrounds, and grew up in different areas. But it just so happened that you guys meshed in music enough where you were at to create this whole sound. But everybody came from different spots, and that's one of the dynamics I find in groups to be so dope. You know.
Well, we talked about the merch and you briefly mentioned the project. Let's talk about the project. Tell us what it's called, when is it dropping, and then tell us about it. Was a little bit about it and how it came together.
So the project came about the same way the song came about. You know, when you brought up the schedule, we meet like every Wednesday and we just get in the studio and do whatever we can. You know, even if it's just talking about the promo, whatever it is. But as far as the project goes, it's just getting together and figuring out what we're feeling and try to convey that somehow, even if it's not the way that we necessarily feel. We want to make music for everybody, you know, but it's definitely about our lives. It's definitely bringing you into the different things that you said, like the different locations and different experiences that we all had, and still keeping it within a theme, you know. So I think every song works and it flows well together, and it's about like 30 minutes.
What's the name of the project and where can people where are they gonna be able to get that from?
The name of the project is gonna be called New Recession. New Recession. So, you know, it's gonna be on everywhere. Spotify. We're gonna shoot. The official music video for Pot of Greed is coming out next week, and then we're dropping another song after that. And then after that, we'll drop in the EP. So it'll be sometime in January.
The music is coming. Y'all just have to
First
keep
quarter
tuning
of the
in.
year.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
First quarter, but they're going to be dropping visuals for you guys to get ready for it, man. That's what's up. That's how you lay it out there for them.
For sure.
We're going to play a video and come back on the other side. I know you guys got something live too,
Yes,
man.
sir.
Hell yeah.
Stay tuned.
That's how we do it on this show, man. That's what's up. B-side. We'll be right back after this video. Let's go.
Go.